In January 2025, I finally fulfilled one of my wishes on my bucket list. We flew to Siem Reap in Cambodia to visit the many temples of Angkor. After first having visited Taprom, our tuk-tuk driver, named Pich, drove us to the next location on our first day in Angkor. We passed the Eastern Gate, one of the 5 gates to the ancient city of Angkor Thom. Our entry was afforded by this beautiful and mystical gate with those large smiling faces carved in stone, one in each of the 4 cardinal directions. But only very few visitors climbed to the top of Angkor Thom's city walls for a closer view of the Victor Gate, though it is worth it. Apart from Angkor Thom's West Gate, the Victor Gate offers the best opportunity to take a picture of one of those world-famous monumental Buddhist faces framed by trees. You cannot take this kind of giant face into jungle photo at the much more famous and frequented south gate of Angkor Thom. The Victory Gate is one of 2 gates in the eastern walls of Angkor Thom. The Victory Gate was used by the Khmer kings of old upon their successful return from battle against the Champa, their enemy to the east. Many carved sandstone bodies are seen along this giant balustrade, and most heads are missing. We arrived Terrace of the Elephants, which is one of the many iconic constructions of the Khmer Empire and a key highlight within the walled city of Angkor Thom. This former city, located just a few minutes from Angkor Wat, is quite large, covering an area of some 9 square kilometers that is surrounded by a wall and a moat. Including the surrounding areas of Angkor Thom, the city was populated by approximately 1 million people in the 12th century, across an area of around 3,000 square kilometers. Terrace of the Elephants stretches an impressive 350 meters in length along a north-south axis, with the Leper King Terrace to its north and the terrace entrance Gopura of Bayon Temple to its south. The long terrace, also known in some records as the Terrace of Honor, fronts the royal palace and has an entrance that once joined a causeway leading to Victory Gate of Angkor Thom, which in turn led to the Terrace of the East Baray. Also keep in mind that in its day, researchers note that parts of the terrace would have been complemented with a wooden beam structure supporting a tiled roof of which only the foundation holes remain to be seen in places. The first platform is topped with lion statues and Naga balustrade. Along its length, the front wall is decorated with near life-sized carvings of elephants, alternating with a section of Garuda and standing lions. It features 5 outworks on perron. The central has a cruciform shape, providing a grand staircase and platform connecting to the main entrance of the royal palace. The other 4, smaller scale, feature staircases up to the terrace. Each of these outworks is quite interesting, especially the northernmost. Many visitors, us included, will breeze past the front of the terrace, admiring the elephants and such, completely missing some of the quirky features of this grand iconic structure. The most striking feature of the Terrace of the Elephants is its detailed bas-reliefs, which depict a procession of life-sized elephants, their trunks adorned with elaborate garlands. These carvings, executed with remarkable precision, highlight the Khmer's artisans, their skill in capturing both realism and symbolism. The elephant carvings that line the walls are unique and perform different activities. Take the time to look at them. Here you can find elephants with their mahouts in daily work with logging and transport of timber, elephants with warriors on their backs wearing spears and other weapons. Flanking the elephants are depictions of Garudas, mythical bird-like creatures from Hindu and Buddhist lore, as well as warriors standing guard, reinforcing the terrace association with royal authority and military power. The next platform rises around 1 meter with walls decorated with asuras and devas. The next platform features 2 lion statues again, and remnants of its Naga balustrade, plus carvings of Hamsa or sacred geese around its wall, and figures of divinities in places. It rises slightly once more and continues straight ahead in a westerly direction to the entrance pavilion or gopura of the royal palace. The inner walls of the entrance pavilion to the royal palace are also decorated with carvings of Garuda holding Naga in his feet, alternating with standing lions. Once again, I was amazed by the precision they had cut the sandstone blocks on the inside walls. The small holes you could see in the stone blocks were probably cut to fit the wooden tools they used to transport and fit the blocks. The terrace is not merely decorative, it served a functional purpose as part of the royal palace complex. Though the palace itself has long since vanished, this surviving platform suggests that it was once the center of grand spectacles, where the king would appear before his subjects and foreign dignitaries, reinforcing his divine and political supremacy. Approaching Angkor Thom, you are first met by the grand causeway that crosses the 100-meter wide moat, which is flanked on either side by a Naga balustrade, beginning with a massive stone carving of a 7-headed Naga, a mythical serpent being held by multi-armed and multi-headed giants. The long causeway leading to the southern entry tower is flanked by a row of 54 stone figures on each side, demons on the right and gods on the left, to make a total of 108 mythical beings guarding the city of Angkor Thom. The demons have a grimacing expression and wear a military headdress, whereas the gods look serene with their almond-shaped eyes and wear a conical headdress. The southern gate, or Tonle Sap gate, is one of the 5 ancient gates dated to the 12th century, providing access through the 8-meter-high laterite walls of Angkor Thom. The south gate features the best restored causeway, revealing the awe-inspiring effect that surely must have been one of the original intentions of its ancient master architects. In its day, there would have been no doubt that you were entering the realm of the gods and looking upon one of the world's truly great wonders, an effect it has still till this day. The 5 entry towers to Angkor Thom are among the most photographed of all the ancient Cambodian ruins. Each sandstone tower rises 23 meters to the sky and is crowned with 4 heads, one facing each cardinal direction. The face may represent the rulers of the 4 cardinal points at the summit of Mount Meru. The lower half of each gate is modeled like an elephant with 3 heads. Their trunks, which serve as pillars, are plucking lotus flowers. The Hindu god Indra sits at the center of the elephant with an apsara on each side. He holds a thunderbolt in his lower left hand. The entrance also had wooden doors that were closed at night, according to notes left by the Chinese diplomat Zhao Daguan, who visited Cambodia in the 13th century. The southern gate also has a checkpoint where we got our tickets scanned. This was our second visit to Angkor Thom and the Bayon Temple. On our first visit to Bayon Temple, we entered from the east gate after first having visited Tapram and the Terrace of the Elephants. There are so many ruins and countless sandstone relief carvings to explore, and it was obvious that we needed more days to explore the main temples. Today was Sunday and many more visitors than 2 days earlier. Also many monks in their traditional orange robes. And the monks certainly seem to enjoy their visit to the grand enigmatic Bayon Temple that lies at the heart of Angkor Thom. Because the temple sits at the exact center of Angkor Thom, roads lead to it directly from the gates at each of the city's cardinal points. The temple itself has no wall or moats, these being replaced by those of the city itself. The city temple arrangement, with an area of 9 square kilometers, is much larger than the 2 square kilometers of the nearby Angkor Wat to the south. This old macaque male also seemed to enjoy a visit to this magnificent temple. Bayon is renowned for its 216 giant stone faces. All of them have a unique expression, inviting you to unravel their tales. Each face is radiating a serene smile and etched with an air of serenity and mystery. With every glance, you'll find a new detail that sparks your curiosity. Believed to represent King Jayavarman VII or Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, these faces exude an aura of divine watchfulness. The temple is oriented towards the east, and so its buildings are set back to the west, inside enclosures elongated along the east-west axis. From up here you can see the Terrace of the Elephants down to the right and Bayon down to the left. In the background you can see the large West Baray or Baray Tukla in Khmer, which means clear water reservoir in English. It is 7.8 kilometers long and 2.1 kilometers wide, and it is the largest Baray built during the ancient Angkor era in the 11th century. It's also one of the largest man-made reservoirs anywhere in the world, with a maximum capacity of around 53 million cubic meters. Within the temple itself, there are two galleried enclosures, the third and second enclosures, and an upper terrace, the first enclosure. All of these elements are crowded against each other with little space between. Unlike Angkor Wat, which impresses with the grand scale of its architecture and open spaces, the Bayon gives the impression of being compressed within a frame which is too tight for it. The outer gallery encloses a courtyard in which there are two libraries, one on either side of the east entrance that you see in front down here. Originally, the courtyard contained 16 chapels, but these were subsequently demolished by the Hindu restoration Jayavarman VIII. Unlike Angkor Wat, which looks impressive from both angles, Bayon looks rather like a glorified pile of rubble from a distance. It's only when you enter the temple and make your way up to the third level that its magic becomes apparent. Bayon Temple is an architectural marvel and a testament to the grandeur of the past, because the temple's intricate bas-reliefs depict the vivid scenes of daily life, battles and religious processions, offering a window into the world of 12th century Cambodia. Though highly detailed and informative in themselves, the bas-reliefs are not accompanied by any sort of epigraphic text, and for that reason considerable uncertainty remains as to which historical events are portrayed and how, if at all, the different reliefs are related. In the southern part of the eastern gallery, a marching Khmer army, including some Chinese soldiers, with musicians, horsemen and officers mounted on elephants, followed by wagons of provision. There are so many details to study, and you can for sure spend a whole day or more just to study all the magnificent carvings of Bayon.
Child like this is catching by a long straw, and we still eat turtle, so they eat turtle. But probably the turtle bite this guy's butt. See, he tried to grab the head, because normally when the turtle head come out long, he bite. And somebody here, they shooting the birds. This guy got bow and arrow. This guy got a big bird on the back. And somebody here picked the fruit from the tree.
So much detail.
So this guy supply food for the army. Up there, probably after the victory, they carry a lot of treasure. They took the artifact somewhere.
Was this after the victory?
Maybe.
Later? Or
It's the same thing. Just a top people up there. Very
southern gallery, past the doorway leading to the courtyard, a scene with boats and fishermen, including a Chinese junk, below which is depicted of a cockfight. Then some palace scenes with princesses, servants, people engaged in conversation and games, wrestlers, and a wild boar fight. Then a battle scene with Cham warriors disembarking from boats and engaging Khmer warriors whose bodies are protected by coiled ropes, followed by a scene which the Khmer dominate the combat, followed by a scene in which the Khmer king celebrates a victory feast with his subjects. On these walls I found a gallery with a naval battle on the Tonle Sap between Khmer and Cham forces, military processions including both Khmer's and Cham's, elephants, war machines such as a large crossbow and a catapult, more scenes from civilian life depicting a market, open-air cooking, hunters and women tending to children, and an invalid. The details in these carvings of Apsara dancers, their dresses, jewelry and headdresses were breathtaking, considering they were made 800 to 900 years ago. Battle scenes between the Khmer and Champa warriors seemed to play a major role in the artistic carving on the larger walls of the Bayon Temple. The upper terrace is home to the famous face towers of the Bayon, each of which supports 2, 3, or most commonly 4 gigantic smiling faces. In addition to the mass of the central tower, smaller towers are located along the inner gallery of the corners and entrances, and on chapels on the upper terrace. Wherever one wanders, the faces of Lokeshwara follow and dominate with their multiple presence. Although Bayon is now known to have been built by Jayavarman VII, for many years its origins were unknown. Shrouded in dense jungle, it also took researchers some time to realize that it stands in the exact center of the city of Angkor Thom. There is still much mystery associated with Bayon, such as its exact function and symbolism, and this seems only appropriate for a monument whose signature is an enigmatic smiling face.